small town in LaPorte, Indiana. Google it. And this is a story, this really happened, about the Dairy Queen. I mean, I think there's a Dairy Queen somewhere in LA County, but it's not like, you know, is there?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't go there. So whenever I go home, there is always a pilgrimage every night. I went every night to the Dairy Queen. But one night created World War III. Yes. So it's Dairy Queen. It's a metaphor about the dilly bar versus the Buster bar. Those are two real things. But it's really, I'm going to get through it without crying, it's really a story about forgiveness and about love, about choosing happiness, about allowing people to be where they are, including myself. So let me tell you how it all went down. This is all about an ice cream bar. I mean, this is what's so crazy about how we get so worked up about things in life. And can I just say in my own defense, although here I'm already trying to rationalize, I don't go to Dairy Queen, so it's a very important, you know, experience for me to have. I'm just saying it. I have had a Dairy Queen. That's the first time in like 3 years. Okay. So here's how it happened. I took my family's order, my brother and my sister-in-law and my niece, she's 7, and I decided to go, and I was going to treat everybody, but whatever, it was like $20. It's not like a big deal. But like I decided like to get everybody's order. And I got all the orders correct, and my sister, before I left the house, said, and I had full permission I told her afterward that this happened, I was going to use this to teach. She's like, it's okay. So I asked her what she wanted, and she said a dilly bar, I thought. She actually said a Buster bar, like 5 times. So lesson number 1. Listen. Listen when someone tells you, because they're really telling you the truth if you're willing to hear. For some reason, I didn't hear Buster bar. So I went to the Dairy Queen, and I placed the order, and I had gotten the order correct, and then the last minute, I had ordered a dilly bar for myself, so I ordered 2 dilly bars. And then I looked in the freezer thing, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, they had a Heath bar, and I was like, oh, I want a Heath bar. So that was it, she made the order, and then she came back, and I looked again, and they had Buster bars. Because I wasn't listening to my sister, I didn't even really know about a Buster bar. And I was like, oh, it has. The difference is, a dilly bar is chocolate with vanilla ice cream, and the Buster bar is a vanilla ice cream with chocolate and peanuts. That's it. Okay? So I was like, oh, can I change my order to the Buster bar? And she said yes. So that was it. But it was interesting, I should have just gone with my Heath bar, which was my gut. So lesson 2, always trust your gut. Always. So my sister-in-law was really cool. She said, well, why don't we just eat ours here, and then we can go home and give everybody else theirs, right? Because they're not here, so why don't we just hang out here? And I said no, because I wanted to be social. Number 3, lesson number 3, don't operate your own agenda. Be flexible and say yes when somebody offers up an alternative. But I was like, no, let's go home. So I decided to drive, and my sister-in-law, again, she's so amazing. She's like, Tony, it's gonna melt. It's gonna be hard for you to eat on the way. And I was like, well, I won't eat it. She's like, well, what if I drive and you can eat it? Had I eaten it, it would have saved all this drama. But I didn't. I was like, no, I'll drive. So lesson number 4, when it's offered, accept help. So I get home. I gave everyone their order. I'm like, here, Angie, here's your dilly bar. That is not what I ordered. I was like, yes it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Lesson number 5, don't get defensive. Immediately, I mean, I did. So I kept telling her that's indeed what she ordered. See lesson number 1, meaning I didn't really hear what she had ordered. And then I just started to shut down. We got into a fight. I completely shut down. And the interesting thing is, you guys, I could have very well given her my Buster bar. I could have. I had it right there. I had it. But I didn't want to. I just didn't want to. So instead, I chose to eat it myself, selfishly. And to try to do it sort of covertly. Lesson number 6. This was really the turning point, though, for me, is listen to your heart always. Kids, in that moment, I swear to goodness, as soon as I said, here's your dilly bar, and she said, that's not what I ordered, my heart immediately told me, give her what she asked for. give her what she wants. I didn't do it. I didn't do it because in that moment, I felt like her response was not the way I wanted her to respond. I felt like she was not in gratitude. I felt like she wasn't appreciative. I felt like she didn't even respond to the fact that I went and did this for her. So it was all operating from me. Lesson number 7. It's not your place to decide how other people should or shouldn't react to you. If you want to be in service, simply serve. If you want more love in your life, just give love. You know, you can't expect people to behave the way you think they should behave. It was like so crazy to me. I wanted to operate my own belief that she should be having a different experience. So I closed my heart. Later on, she said that she was disappointed that I had eaten the Buster bar without offering it to her. So somehow she found out about it. So I immediately... She dug in the trash can? I don't know.
It's the wrapper.
I immediately... The wrapper.
In there.
But I immediately felt shame around it. But lesson 8. Do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? My insistence on being right created this mini drama over something that just is, we're laughing about it now. But it illustrates really, you guys, to me, it's a point of how war escalates, how conflict escalates into something huge in the world. It is, to me, the foundation of, you know, the fighting, the conflicts that we see, you know, Muslims versus Christians, and the Palestinians versus Jewish, and Republicans versus Democrats, is the insistence on not really receiving another person's point of view. Lesson number 9, do you want to be right or do you want to be kind? So I ate the Buster bar. And you know what? It really even wasn't that good. It just wasn't. Lesson 10. The things we think we want in life, if they are not achieved and gone after through love, they taste bitterly and are full of regret. That's the truth. When I was eating that $1.99 Buster bar, it just was not really sweet and it did not taste so great. So we have to try. Listen, it's a beautiful lesson. It really is. And my sister and I laugh about it. And it really goes to show also the things that we fight about. Like, my sister and I have 40 years of history. And it's not just about, it wasn't really about the ice cream. It was about karma and about our history and psychology and emotions and resentments and all the things that we have inside us. This is then, you know, analogous to the teaching. Is there so much mysterious stuff that you carry within you all the time? We don't have to go locate it. We don't have to do sense memory or substitution. It's there. You have to be willing to acknowledge. You have a part of you that wants to eat the Buster bar selfishly and then hide any kind of evidence in the trash can so it won't get discovered. That's the diabolical part. And it's okay that we have that. And you try to come clean with acknowledging it. And you fall, and then you try to come more clean with the fact that you've fallen, and you're trying to make amends. So I just thought that was really an amazing story, and I think, like, I just want to end with, when I thought about this story in retrospect, you know, that entire night, the universe kept trying to dig me out of the holes I was putting myself in. And I was just too much, all of those lessons that I'm talking about, too much in my own stuff to really take heed and listen to, you know, the loving lesson, the loving message, the way out that would have not created conflict. So I just think, again, it's always a wake-up call, and it's so humbling. It's so So anyway, that's my favorite story of the year.
Awesome.
Yeah, so the Dilly Bar versus the Buster Bar. I'm sure you could get them online. I mean, it's like crazy.